Well, folks, I mean, what are we doing here? It's a tier 9 tech tree vehicle with slightly different stats as a premium. It's not this year's GSOR the tank or Patent the tank. Those are special, those are not premium. And did not debut the actual GSOR the tank on the Supertest with the 𝗠-𝗩𝗜 body and the GSOR 1008's turret, but special condition, I guess, so they'll keep that a secret for this year's tier 9 gift. But I mean, you're already giving out tier 10s, like 2 tech lines for free for new players, so they'll put like Mouse the tank. That'll be funny. The M-VI-Yoh with a 120 has 40 more alpha, but at the cost of horsepower per ton ratio, ammo count, aim time, and accuracy, and some penetration. But it is the same vehicle, same model, down to even the gun, but just basically arbitrary stats. 7537163 on the turret. It is the same inscriptions and serial number. 7537163 SER139 SER139, right? Same vehicle, same dip marks, scratch marks. 3011307 US Army. 3011307. It is the same vehicle, same inscriptions and dents and scratch marks. Just this vehicle with a arbitrary stats change, and that's it. So yeah, this is likely for January's marathon, where it's usually a tech tree copy, but for November marathon, it's usually something new, like with the Charioteer, like with the 𝗠-𝗩𝗜, or the Mittler Kampfpanzer PR68 for Dune, right? So those are fancy new vehicles with a skin or somewhat, but yeah, this is not this year's free tier 9, I believe. We could get a free tier 10. Hell, you already got 2 free tech trees with this patch, so why not, right? Give you the Mouse the tank, just watered down Mouse or something with weaker armor, worse gun performance, and just basically just a free vehicle. It is a tier 9 Yoh, M-VI-Yoh. And what's also funny is this is the actual tier 10 on Blitz, and the tier 9 is the M-VI-Yoh. They switched it around, but arbitrary, I guess. Arbitrary. You have 2 gigantic tumors on top of this vehicle. You play this thing like a medium tank, right? You play it like a medium. You don't play it like a heavy. I don't play it like a heavy. I did not like playing this vehicle, but that was before the buff. So they buffed the 120 to better stats, better DPM than the original garbage of like 2200 or something. But so 40 more alpha than the regular 120 by 400 normally, right? So reserve track, spare track mechanics for Yoh tanks. Reload time is still okay for a 120, but then again, you have a little bit better alpha. The same gun depression, but 34 rounds compared to like 40-ish on the 120 and 50 on the 105. You would rather use the 105. 105 has like 320-ish alpha or 360, but it fires a lot faster and has better accuracy and better aim time. So 15 horsepower per ton is also slower. Same health, same armor, same view range. Worse radio, funny enough. Slightly, just slightly, but yeah, here are the main stats. You can take a look at the Yoh tank in your garage all the time, right? So I have rammer on, and that's why it's so high. But this is the 120. Oh no, this is the 105. They buffed the 120, so more respectable now of 2700 with the rammer, but rammer is applied, as well as vertical stabilizer and improved hardening for the HP. But compare this stats to 40 more alpha, right? Yeah, 2.3 seconds of aim time. Let's just use tanks.gg. It's a little bit better. So slightly longer aim time, 0.38 accuracy compared to 0.35, which is pretty huge. That is pretty goddamn huge. 200 less DPM or so. Same health. 15 horsepower per ton ratio. 1503 compared to 16.8. Almost 2 horsepower per ton. That's crazy. So let's see if the shell velocity is faster. Maybe it's better, right? But 38 rounds on the regular 120 with only 1,000 meters per second. But slightly faster. That's good. It's APCR, not AP round. So better shell velocity at the cost of normalization, but only 34 rounds. 34 on a 120 just really slowly to become like limiting of the vehicle. It's like the Batchat originally with only 30 rounds of the 105, right? Or like the FE-25B. You have no ammo. That's like only 40-ish rounds on the tier 10 British heavy tank with a rear mounting turret, but that needs a buff. That thing has been collecting dust for like ages, but yeah, it's AP on the regular 120. So you get better alpha damage and faster shell velocity at the cost of normalization. We don't know the actual dispersion on the traversing and moving, but alright, there you go, folks. We already covered this vehicle. I mean, I don't want to talk about the tier 6 or M-VI-Yoh, the tier 9 M-VI-Yoh. It's a Yoh tank. At least they have the spare track mechanics. That's good, I guess. I don't know. But you already have like 3 premium tier 9 American heavy. TS6, the M103M, and T54. So the fourth one? And there's already a copy of the M103. Now you're just doing a copy of the Yoh tank, right? So yeah, likely end of January marathon. Now when I think about it, it's not this year's Yoh the tank. No, it's not. It's a premium. This is late January marathon with some sort of collab, right? From like the 80s. It would be great if it's like Commando with Yoh the tank. Nah, I don't know. Anything could happen, right? Just put all the collab money, I guess. But why not this vehicle? The M-VII-Yoh on the Russian server. We already covered this thing too, but goddamn, the turret is huge. So it's another Yoh tank, but only the Russians have it. Funny enough, as a premium tier 8. Yeah, premium tier 8. But yeah, okay, there you go, folks. I don't know. You put a, I guess we can talk equipments if you want, but it's a Yoh tank. It's similar to the M103. They'll put a skin on it and have it as a special collab, right? They'll put a special skin, yay. Or yeah, we already got like 3 premium tier 9 American heavies. And 2 are already collabs. This one got buffed, funny enough, but all have bigger alpha for the normal 120 too. This one's not a 120. This is 110. Has weaker dispersion compared to the regular gun on the M103. Funny enough, for the 110 compared to the 120. But all right, let's talk equipments. We'll quickly go through this. I put rammer, vertical stabilizer, and improved hardening for the spare track mechanics. You get more health when you're getting your track blown off, but yeah, okay. Fail mods, it is the same, right? More track health, so therefore you have better terrain resistance. Cancels out the actual track health negation, right? With the equipment. Better accuracy for your gun. It's arbitrary, or it's not really. It's arbitrary for the 105, but it does help with the 120, right? Better view range, and better reverse speed. Get out of hairy situation. You don't need more traverse, right? Gun traverses are arbitrary for heavy. You're playing this thing like a medium tank, poking up and down from hull down position. But stats wise, would you really want 440 alpha at the cost of everything? The downside to this vehicle is DPM sucks. Mostly compared to other high DPM, but tier 9 heavy doesn't really have that high DPM normally. They nerf it across the board for stuff like the Conqueror, but this is more of a medium tank, and some of the medium tanks got buffed, like T54 medium tank. So it's like a 4, right? You already know the armor, but This is jumping back and forth between the garbage. Video's gone to shit. Alright, I apologize. But you already know this vehicle. I don't need to show you the armor. Yeah, the tumor on top. Shoot the tumor on top. Sometimes you hit the rangefinder, bulge, and that could also pin. Upper plate is not the strongest. Bottom plate surprisingly about the same. So you have the gun depress. You could elevate the gun to hide the tumors, but you're exposing the bottom of your turret base or turret, so which also means it's weak. So you can elevate the gun to hide the cupola, similar to the 𝗠-𝗩𝗜, but you're exposing the bottom of your turret, which is only 160 effective. So don't do that. It's not as strong as the actual crown or the collar on the 𝗠-𝗩𝗜. 𝗠-𝗩𝗜's collar base is like 300, which is really strong. So elevating this gun does help hiding the cupola, and yeah, it's 330. You're not penetrating this thing. So unlike this, you cannot really hide the cupola. Unlike it, so it's like a 4 for Yoh the tank, for Yoh 120, M-VI-Yoh 120. Yeah. Why am I even doing this video? Oh, there you go, folks. So look forward to this vehicle at the end of January next year, 2026. But we're likely getting something of a tier 8 or tier 9 premium for November marathon. Usually that happens, right? September, October is events. Waffentrigger, Halloween, possibly loot box. We'll have to see. They don't tell us yet, but November is a marathon before the end of Battle Pass. So that happened with the Felice, that happened with the Vikings, that happened with the PR68. I would like to see the Panzer 68 from the Swiss. That would be cool. Or Panzer 61. But Panzer 68 is more like the Vickers Mark III a little bit. So, yeah. Alright, well, there you go, folks. And let's see which vehicle could become like November marathon that's already in the game, right? So new super test will be a little bit too late, but let's see. Tier 9, they don't have the filter for premium tanks, so that's unfortunate. But H3, oh okay. That might be it. That could. Rest of these already appeared, so you already know these vehicles. Jagdpanzer E90 could also appear. That would be fun for November marathon. Yeah, we still have a few ready, right? We're still not lacking candidates for tier 9 or tier 8 for that matter. They also changed it from tier 8 now. Originally it was tier 10 on the Russian server, so the Su-122V is now tier 9 for some reason. Alright, but we're not lacking candidates, so this vehicle, the Yoh tank, Project Luis, that would be way too crazy. It's a AMX 57 at tier 9. It's not the 75, it's the 57. But yeah, we're not lacking candidates. Well, there you go, folks, the Yoh the tank. Alright, okay, we're done. Video's done. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
あなたの言葉にうなずき信じた私を一人置き去りに時は過ぎる見えていたはずの未来も